Hello everybody, and welcome to one of the last games in the top 16 of this year's Clan War. We have a really great game today, and not just because it's one of the players that I'm gonna be facing in the top 8. It's also because it's one of my two favorite crab players. Or well, both of my favorite crab players even. Two of my favorite crab players is what I'm supposed to say. For the Mad Dogs Reloaded, the leading team with 73 points, we have Kuni Betty, who is usually, as usual, playing her trademark Shugenya Crab, which is really cool. Trying to play some thematic Kuni witch hunting here. Really cool, really scary stuff. Really scary bunch of people, the Kuni witch hunters. And I know she also does a mean cosplay of a witch hunter as well. Up against her is Pachinko or Patch for the Jade Warriors, playing also Crab. Patch has become infamous this clan war because of his way of playing games. He has been at an average playing around 2, maybe 3 turns every game, which is, I mean, that's kind of common in Imperial, but in Jade that's quite uncommon. And it has definitely been a very explosive, very aggressive game for him. So two kind of polar opposites of Crab here. It's going to be pretty cool to see. Let's have a look at one of the polar opposites, the Shugi Bros Reloaded, the Mad Dog edition of Kunibeti. She is playing the classic Shiro Nishiyama, big burly stronghold. Keeper of Water, American Garden, Eternal Watch, Kuni Wasteland, Pilgrimage along the River of Gold. We probably will see Wasteland. I think she plays River of Gold in the row most of the time. That's what I've seen. Anyways, Canon Courtmaster, Kai Envoy, Disciple of Shinsei, Shudesuki, Student of Anatomies, Unleashed Experiment, Vanguard Warrior, Kuni Purifier. Really cool card. Tukudaka, Steadfast Witch Hunter, and Kuni Yori, the Kuni Daimyo, who is quite the character. And a bunch of holdings, Funeral Pyre and Fire Oil, Iron Mine of course. Conflict Side with CQ Focus Hammer, Phoenix Splash of course because it's Shugenya's, Fankitan on the Fan, Curse of Misfortune, not gonna be that prevalent this matchup, but cool to see. Elegant Tessin, Watch Commanders of course, Jade Tetsubo and 2 Sturdy Tetsubos. Apprentice Engineer and of course Taraka, because he can be played in Crab. Having some fun along with his mentor Kuniori. Assassination, Banzai, Court Games, Defend your honor against the wave, ceaseless duty, fight on, and mountain does not fall. So yeah, very defensive, very grindy. Let's see if this deck can hold on for more than 2 turns against Pachinko's Me llamas tirano, te doy la mano. Excuse my Spanish, I have no idea what that means. I will check that later. Castle of the Forgotten, Berserkers, Keeper of Water, so both on Keeper of Water, Monkey Garden, Vessel Fields, Shin's Last Hope, Kuni Wasteland, and Lord's Ascendancy. Probably Kuni Wasteland on Stronghold. Interesting to see Lord's Ascendancy in here. I guess to make up for that he's playing no holdings in Crab, which is kinda crazy. Butcher of the Fallen, Crisis Breaker, Exile Guardian, so some Shadowlands here for the Kuni to deal with. Hida Kisada, Hida Ushi, Hida Yakamo, lots of Hidas, Kaio Envoy as the restricted card. One after Forgotten, Oni Tyrant, some more Shadowlands, Pious Guardian, Repentant Legion, Silent Skirmisher, Steadfast Witch Hunter, Unleashed Experiment, and Vanguard Warrior. Oni Tyrant, new card from Under Full Length Shadow, can bring in some really mean stuff. Some 4 skill characters, or a character that can resolve rings, like a Kami. Bansai, Battle Meditation, Defend Your Honor, Fallen in Battle. One of Fallen in Battle is super scary here. If Kuni better defense with something big and doesn't quite make it. Fight on, Guardians of Rokugan for some more tempo. Raise the alarm, of course. If you only have characters, you will never whiff on Raise the Alarm. Seize the Day, crazy card that this is getting played. 1 cost stronger with the Unicorn, I'd have to say. Outside of not benefiting in the Dynasty phase. Spread in the Darkness, Tessen, Fankatana, Tetsubo of Blood instead. We have some nice ordinary Tetsubos here, but in the Berserkers they are going with Tetsubos of Blood, some blood magic here. Hero Skirmisher and Tattooed Wanderer, so lots of covert, lots of military, lots of smashing. This is gonna be definitely Crab Berserkers smashing into the wall of Crab Shugenjas. Really cool. And as I said, this is for top 16. And they're playing for a spot against me in top 8. Which is going to be really cool. Let's have a look at what that deck name was. Calaman Tyrann. Okay, you don't know what this English is better for you. I shake your hand. Okay. So maybe a reference to the Oni Tyrant. I'd assume. Okay, we have the game up. Let's join. And I am prepared for this awesome game, this awesome morning game on a beautiful Saturday. Spread in the darkness as well. Lots of military power here. Lots of Maho. Gonna have some trouble keeping his honor up, I think, if Kunibeti can find some watch commanders early. Although there is, of course, Let Go, which is probably getting saved for those watch commanders. The other game that is left in the top 16 is Shadow, the one of 4 unicorns? 3 unicorns in top 16. Playing as Turtle Dude, the enigmatic beginners leader. Beginners League keeper. Playing for the 27 longships. But today we have the unstoppable force meets the immovable object. And let's see which one budges first. Crab versus Crab, Berserkers versus Shugenjas. Let's get stuck in with Pachinko getting first player. That is quite huge. He really wants to get the first player and use his stronghold before opponent can get in with the political attack, because this deck is terrible in political. It has almost no political power at all. It's a lot of dashes, a lot of ones. I think his strongest is like Yakamo or something. Oh, Unleashed Experiment, I guess. Yeah. His strongest is a 3 political, and that's from a 2-coster that has nothing else. And no way of saving it, outside of Lords of Ascendancy. So yeah, Kunibeti could sneak in maybe a political attack somewhere, if Pachinko allows it. We'll have to see, definitely. Pretty strong start for Pachinko. We see one of Forgotten on Kins's Last Hope. It's going to be free 4 strength military. We also see Kai Envoy. And we'll see Crisis Breaker, Vanguard Warrior. Probably gonna see the Vanguard Warrior and the one of the Fukada maybe. And for Kunibeti, we see Kai Envoy, Kuni Purifier, and Witch Hunter. We probably might see, we could see a Witch Hunter here, or take the Purifier for the extra fate. Witch Hunter could be good to try to stop the tide. Pachinko getting so much value already with the one for the I'm gonna see the Witch Hunter, yeah. Probably banking on getting the passing fate here, and I think she's gonna have it. Yep. Pachinko going with the Crisis Breaker, really strong card in this matchup, of course. And really strong card in general for Berserkers. They are sometimes weaker in military because opponent has overcommitted, and then they just slam in the Crisis Breaker or any other Berserker, in fact. Historically, this card has just been used on itself because the other Berserkers were not so good. But nowadays, there are a couple of options. Repentant Legion, swinging in 9 military, could be quite scary. 5 to 5, of course. Betty can't really go behind on cards here in the beginning. She needs every resource she can get. I think we might see Earth being an important ring here. Or Fire. Sure. Fire could be good as well. Into Along the River of Gold, which is quite good against Crab Berserkers. Because that is going to be a 4 skill swing on one of the Forgotten. Because it's, yeah, but just base skill. Flipping the base skill, and Kunibeti could be cheeky and wait with it. If she survives this attack, she could wait with it and attack on Shinsei last up, because this is one of the only province outside of the Dominion cycle. I think it was Dominion, or was it Temptation? No, Dominion, yeah. That can be used on other provinces. This is where that mechanic was birthed. Here comes Spreading the Darkness. Got the 12 and breaking. We saw Shiro Nishiyama get popped, so 12 to 7. And that is interesting that Kunibeti didn't use Along the River of Gold immediately on one of the Forgotten, missing out on the Spreading the Darkness, which now means that the Forgotten is immune, and Pachinko can just load this character up with boosts. So missing out on 2 skill there. Let's see if it makes a difference, and I think it might. Or maybe not. Pachinko would still break if it was 12 to 7 with the skill we had. So I think that was fine for Kunibeti. Unless she had something else. So Battle Meditation, draw 3 cards. And of course Castle of the Forgotten. And now it's Kunibeti's turn. Interesting to go for the Dishonor on the Witch Hunter. I'm not sure what that's about with Pachinko instead of honoring one of his characters. Very interesting. Oh yeah, of course, there could be a Tadaka disguising in here, yeah. That's probably why. So attack with Witch Hunter, ready Witch Hunter, defend with Witch Hunter, and then Tadaka. Yeah, that's the play that Pachinko is envisioning happening here. Ooh, and going for an aggressive vassal fields. Yeah, there are vassal fields. New daimyo, same tax. The tax needs to be brought in for the crab. So Kunibeti going down to 0 fate, which is quite a swing. 1 to 0 is quite rough. Let's see if Pachinko can defend this. And it's just gonna be a pass. Betty wins, removing a fate from the Crisis Breaker with no saves. Outside of Lord's Ascendancy, that's quite a good idea. Here we see Hiruma Skirmisher coming in. Pachinko has, of course, a lot of pumps still left in the deck. 2 Banzais left, and 2 Spreading in the Darkness, and 3 Tetsubos. 3 Fine Katanas, yeah. And of course, I assume Betty attacked the new province because of Raise the Alarm, which could have been quite scary there actually. With the move in with the Crisis Breaker and then Raise the Alarm on Shinsui's Last Hope. Quite a nice combo because you're always gonna buy the character off of Shinsui's Last Hope, most likely. Here comes air instead of earth. So what I said about the Earth Ring was completely wrong here. Both players ignoring it like the Maho Plague. Well, Pachinko is indulging in some Maho, but still. Here we see Eternal Watch. Really dragging Pachinko's honor down here. So I guess that's why he's going for the air ring here. Getting quite close to some dangerous territory if a Watch Commander comes down here. No defense from Betty, but Eternal Watch bows the skirmisher and Pachinko passes. Interesting. Very interesting to not give the honor and and try to go for the high roll and gain 2. Netting 1 and getting the stopping Betty from getting the favorite, although there is an assassination in the deck, so I assume Pachinko was afraid of that. Here comes Earth Ring. Or air. Bringing Pachinko down to 6-5 and then 4 with the One of the Forgotten leaving play. Really scary. No defense pass. So Pachinko breaking 1 province this turn. Having to use all his military force on 1 attack. Which is quite rough when you don't have any readies. One of the key differences between this deck and the Unicorn HMT, which this deck is often compared to against because it's the 2 aggro decks in L5R. This deck has a lot of more military power. It can more easily gain huge numbers, but it doesn't have the readies. So it needs to be a bit more careful with character commitment, which is cool. And of course it bleeds honor like crazy, like even worse than HMT, because it doesn't have the yurts. And it needs those big explosive events like Spreading the Darkness. Ooh, double Iron Mine, that's not great for Kuni. Could protect against a Fallen in Battle, I guess. We see Sand Skirmisher, and Yakamo is going to be great here, for sure. Yakamo comes down, along with the Unleashed Experiment. Betty passes, nothing else to play. Let's see if Pachinko goes for the cheaper one. Yeah, let's go for the cheaper one. Which is 1 skill weaker, but the crab like their stuff cheap, because they're gonna need a lot of it. Shoutouts to Akuma. 1 bid already, yeah. Pachinko down to 4 honor. Let's see if we see a seize today here. Could be quite big. We are gonna see the seize today. So Pachinko is gonna steal the first player here. Try to get in with the air ring most likely. Air or earth could be good here. Yakamo of course gonna be attacking and defending every conflict this turn, I think. Unless Betty survives this attack, which is gonna be quite tough with the covert coming down here. Yeah, we might just see Betty losing 2 promises this turn. But we'll have to see. Crisis Breaker, Unleashed Experiment, and Yakimo swinging in big here. On to Manicure Garden, trying to get rid of the Iron Mines. So we are probably gonna see a Fallen in Battle here. Or well, I guess Eternal Watch isn't the funnest province to attack, so yeah, just getting some good province scouting here and avoiding the Eternal Watch. Betty defending here with 5 skill, 6 with the Kuni Purifier, getting a Watch Commander. Do we see a let go? There is a let go already. Immediately. Do we see another Watch Commander? Betty really defending aggressively here. We see Shiro Nishiyama get used. Forcing a card out of Pachinko, and we are gonna see another Spreading the Darkness here. Wow. So Pachinko going down to 2 honor. But gonna, yeah, definitely win this conflict. Chico passes after Kunibet gains 1 from the Manicure Garden, and then we're gonna see Tadaka disguising out here, baiting out the, or well, I guess forcing out the Spreading the Darkness and putting Pachinko at 2 honor, going up to 4 after this conflict. Tadaka is gonna trigger, looking at 2 cards. See what he finds. Fight on and Defend Your Honor. Discarding Fight on, of course, really strong card here. Yeah, this deck is bleeding cards like crazy, bleeding from every what do you say, every crevice. No, but still, the second battle mutation is found, 2 out of 2, and drawing 6 extra cards, really keeping Pachinko afloat here. Would have been quite a lot behind if he hadn't found those battle meditations, but that's what they're there for. Really nice card for Berserkers. 2 promises down. Let's see if Kunibeti can swing in here. Of course, military forced by the stronghold. Castle of the Forgotten. It's kind of funny because it's kind of a control stronghold in a way, because it forces the opponent to play the way the crab wants to, which is big military numbers. And ignore the weak side of your own deck, which is very cool. I really like this stronghold. The art is kind of but yeah, still really cool. We're gonna see Yakumo defend, of course. He's gonna be in every conflict here. Shout out to Lion's Pride Paragon. Really scary Yakumo with covert. Attack with covert, coverting a character, then defend with covert, then attack with covert again. Really cool combo here by Pachinko for sure. And coming in with 10 skill. Interesting to go with both. And Defend Your Honor, not the biggest find here, I think. But yeah, I guess Betty went with both just because she isn't gonna defend anyways. Well, she could have defended, but if she attacked with 1 and then readied, then she'd have both characters available and have 1 for defense. But it looks like she is gonna need to accept the loss of probably, let's see what's left. Pilgrimage? No? Yeah, Pilgrimage. Fire Katana comes down on Hideyakumo. Interesting to pre-play that. I guess we could see a Watch Commander. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what that's about. We see Witch Hunter reading with the effect, discarding the Kai Envoy, doing what he does best, which is dying for his clan. Has been doing so since 2017. This poor boy. A sturdy Tetsubo coming down on Tadaka. I think we're gonna see a fight on here. Pachinko has a defend genre, he could be a bit cheeky here and not cover the Witch Hunter to bait the defense, and then on the fight on use the defend genre. But that's not what we're gonna see. We're gonna see fight on Taraka, yeah. He's coming in with 8 skill. And the Tetsubo, this is gonna be hard for Pachinko to break, I think. He has bounce size to go up to 10. And then another 4 with his Spreading Darkness, but yeah. Pachinko running out of gas here, I think. This is quite tough to go through. We see the bounce on Kuni. Of course, she wants to win this conflict to drain some resources from Pachinko. And I do think forcing out cards here from Pachinko is quite good if Pachinko wants to use cards to win instead. But no, we're gonna see Taraka trigger the Tetsubo. What is gonna be the discarded defend genre? Yeah, those are gonna be quite useless here. Are we gonna see an attack here from Kuni? It is 5 to 5, so I don't see why not. Force another card. And Void could be good here. Void Yakamo, and then next turn go Water with 2 Phaeton and Bow Yakamo. Could be a really strong play to keep this Yakamo from ruining more plans with his cover. Iron Mines got broken, so both are leaving play. No, we're gonna say pass. Interesting. I guess Pachinko code high roll a raise the alarm into Hidaushi, which is could be quite the swing actually. But, we're gonna see Kuni not falling for that bait. Here we go. Some Shadowlands stuff here. We see Unleashed Experiment, we see Oni Tyrant, quite a risky character to play right now, and of course we see Hida Kisada as well alongside that Tyrant. For Betty we see Kuniori, a bit expensive here. Could be strong though. Kudaka of course. Could gain some value. Student of Anatomies could be important depending on what Pachinko plays. Another Steadfast Witch Hunter, which we're probably not going to see here. Quite tough choice for Kuni since she's first player. Could buy the Anatomies, but not much to sacrifice. She is running 2 Apprentice Engineers, which she could use as fodder, but yeah, tricky. Kudaka is also good, but expensive. It's gonna be Yori. Of course, Pachinko with almost no cards in hand. Getting one discarded is gonna be super rough. Kisada comes down with a dupe. Are we gonna see the experiment as well? Yep, we are. 1-to-1 bids. Or is Betty gonna bid higher? No. And do we see the second seize the day here? Otherwise, Yori could just smash in political, which, well, Pachinko has some of his best political skill here. So he could put up a fight actually in political. And no seize the day. Pachinko plays let go on the sturdy Tetsubo, so 2 let goes gone. Let's see if it's gonna be political void instead of water. Interesting. Let's see if Kuni remembers Hida Kisada. She should, because she's playing crab, but Really classic, really classic card in L5R, LCG. Hida Quesada. Everyone has forgotten Quesada at least once. For me, quite a number of times. And here we see Lost Ascendancy forcing another Fate onto Kuniyori, dropping Kunibeti down to 1. Yeah, this is kind of good when the game is only planned to be 2 turns long. Having your opponent lose 1 Fate is very cool alongside with Vessel Fields, yeah. Doesn't matter if your opponent's character has 2 Fate or 8 Fate. They're gonna be there for the whole game and not make them pay for it. You see Kuniyori try to use his ability, but it gets discarded. Cancelled. See if we see another card come down here from Betty. We're gonna see Taraka. Okay, so trading a random discard cancelled for a random discard. That's the 3rd Defend Your Honor. So not the greatest finds for Kunibeti. Well, I guess the Defend Your Honors are pretty good here, with Kisada coming down. Double only fan. So this is, yeah, definitely gonna break. Probably gonna avoid the Yakamo. Yeah, get rid of the covert. Betty is in a tough position here though. There is a lot of military coming down her way. Pachinko, of course, only 3 cards in hand, but those 3 cards could be super clutch here. This is quite scary. Kisada and Yakamo swinging in on Pilgrimage with 12. So if Betty defends, she's gonna need at least 1 military pump here. Because that's 6 and then 7 with the Shironishiyama. Defend and then fight on could be good. Get both Taraka and Kuniyori into the conflict. Yeah, tough position for Kunibeti here. If she has to fight on, it's safe, but still scary. No defense. Are we gonna see the fight on or just a pass? Just a pass. Not willing to spend any resources into this conflict. Instead, going all out on the stronghold maybe. Which is gonna be Kuni Wasteland, I'd assume. Water, void, earth, air, fire, yeah. The witch hunter sacrifices herself because it got bowed to ready Kuniyori, and this is gonna be military earth, I think. So I kinda like this attack because it forces Pachinko to spend his last 2 cards. One of the last 3 was an Elegant Tesson, which was pretty good here. But it's gonna be, let's see, 12 to 10. So she is gonna need 4 more skill, which is a bonsai, of which she has 2. Interesting, for sure. And of course, depending on what's left in Pachinko's hand, she could be quite cheeky here and attack with both, yeah, and try to bank on that Pachinko doesn't have any pumps left in hand. Or any pumps enough left in hand. Or a fight on. Fight on could be good as well. Betty doing some calculations maybe. Seeing if she has to kill. Or just making up a backup plan here if things go south. What I like to do is think, how do I die here? And then I go through every option that my opponent has, or every potential option that I can come up with at least. And then see how I can counter it. And if I can't, how do I not die to it? It works sometimes. Let's see if Kunibete can do something similar here. And a pass! Whoa, okay. That is super risky. I like it. Yes, afraid of the fight on. Can't break with Kisada and then getting a double swing here with the Yakamo and the experiment. Interesting. This will probably not be enough with just the Watch Commander, so this is probably gonna be a pass. Well, if Pachinko plays one card and wins with it, that's gonna be enough. No fight on here. So I assume that's why Betty didn't attack, because no fight on. And there's the Spreading Darkness. Oh, is this gonna be it? That's up 8. Shirin Nishiyama is only +1. Does Kunibeti have anything left? She needs Banzai, she needs Fine Katana. Is this gonna be it? Is this gonna be the clutch? Oh no. And she passes. Wow. What a deck this is. Pachinko. Oh my. That is crazy. What a game. Managing to find the spots to play all three spreading the darkness. That is crazy. And of course, Kunibeti getting a bit unlucky with the Defend Your Honors. The last Defend Your Honor was pretty good with Kisara on the table, but yeah, wow. I really want to know what's in Kunibeti's hand. She could be sitting at Curse of Misfortunes, Tessence, I guess. Tetsubos, Apprentice Engineers, Assassinations, Court Games. Court Games would have saved her here though. Defend Your Honors, no, not Defend Your Honors. Well, I guess, yeah, Defend Your Honors. Well, she could have survived with the Defend Your Honors. Ceaseless Duties. Yeah, so there are potential number of dead cards here. Wow, what a game. Congratulations to Pachinko. Clutching it through here. One card left in hand, one honor. And yeah, I guess, yeah, Kunibete didn't even need to attack because... well, yeah, she would have needed to attack to win. I was thinking the last honor, but Pachinko was on 3 because of the Spreading Darkness getting played. They covered on Yakamo, as I said, really, really strong here. The play of the game, I think, for sure. Alright, so Pachinko advances, and I am super scared against this deck. Pachinko advances to top 8, and another Mad Dog falls. That is gonna be Nyx still left as a Mad Dog, and Shadow potentially coming up against Turtle Dude. What is Shadow playing as a fellow unicorn? Is he the last HMT? He is the last HMT, I like it. And it's gonna be Land Jin to win. Really cool. Never Yield, interesting. deck, of course. And Vine. Oh yeah, it's the Vine 2 deck. That's cool. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.